Kids wear black suits and ain't mamas to bring some flowers. Oh God, did they just get away with murder?
I was born in Cameroon, West Africa. I came here early 2000s, been here a few years. And I don't know, I'm an artist. I paint, I work with, I do community engage. I have a bunch of community engagement efforts. I work with non-profit organizations or just people, period. I don't know, starting my culture. My culture is a colorful culture. I'm a hip-hop kid, so influenced by, I don't know, just a combination of my culture, hip-hop, growing up in a very unique setting, all of that. And, I like paying attention to my environment, people, all that stuff. And it just becomes like, I don't know, it's just information. It becomes information that becomes paintings, stuff like that. I mean, there's a spiritual connection with everything, Like if you want to get down to the nitty-gritty, we're born in God's image. I know a lot of people are not believers in a creator or supreme being, but I don't think things just happen by accident. I believe things have a beginning, and they're answers to everything that's out in the universe. They're answers, whether we know them now or we don't. They're answers to them. So my time here, or I feel like everybody's time here, is just discovery. Figuring out what went wrong or what went right. And we're all just looking for answers to make sense of this madness or this excitement, however you take it,
They warned me, they cursed me, live by.
Looking at my work, it has a street art graffiti aesthetic. But I enjoy some of the classic. I enjoy some of the masters of the various genre, as you may say. I like your Jackson Pollock. I think it was cool. I like Norman Rockwell. I like Monet. I like a bunch of people. Just expect me to get better.
Okay.
That's what you can really look for. Expect me to do better than I did yesterday and today. Expect me to do better. If I'm not doing better, then you won't hear from me.
In my palm. They say black house, crack house, white house, black spouse, black Jesus, black pieces all in my necklace.
My dad's a preacher, so I grew up watching him just sort of like move by faith my whole life, and he was one of those like fire and brimstone from the South, like Pentecostal holy roller type preachers where it's not about money. We were always super poor. He'd take huge risks and just figure it out and wing it, and then stuff would just be working out. And sometimes it didn't, and sometimes it didn't. And there were times when we just literally didn't have food in our houses growing up. And so I guess I just kind of became comfortable with that kind of, I don't want to say chaos, but comfortable with that level of discomfort. Long story short, I think the point of life is to make the world a better place, and art is just my vehicle for that. I think of myself as a revolutionary who happens to be an artist, and So yeah, art's just a vehicle to change the world for me. I don't really see any other. There's no other reason why I do art. I thought art was stupid, actually, and I used to be really closed-minded, and I always got really bad grades in art classes because I always broke the rules, and I didn't like. That's come to actually define me as a human being and as an artist too. But I had this one art teacher my senior year who had faith in me and just gave me a canvas, and it started with that teacher believing in me. So like culturally speaking, back in the day, everybody used to be an artist. Back before art was something that hung up on a wall that collected dust. You know what I'm saying? A tomahawk or a pipe or a bow and arrow, not to be cliche, or whatever was, everybody was an artist. Everybody did artisan type stuff. For me, like, art is like prayer, and this, I guess you were talking about my process earlier, like, it's sort of like my form of prayer, I might say. I'm not saying that I'm praying to a higher power so much as like maybe I'm praying to like the collective, life, like all things living. But I'm saying like here's what I'm giving. This is me giving myself. So anyway, so music is like huge. Like what I'm listening to while I'm painting is fucking crucial. If I'm listening to some upbeat shit, the shit might be a lot more messy or energetic, or if I'm listening to hip hop, you might see like cleaner lines or like, I want to say like more like jazz influenced line work. And even like certain sounds remind me of certain general aesthetics. So hip hop correlates really well with street art, or if you see a lot of splatters and shit on a painting of mine, it's pretty likely I was listening to like classic rock. If you see some like bright, vibrant, crazy colors, it's pretty likely I was listening to like Radiohead, or you know what I mean, some newer like abstract shit.
1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. The homie Ben told me keep it simple.
16,000 people starved to death every day. There's about 3.2 million that starved to death last year. If there was 16,000 people starving to death next door, we wouldn't be having this interview. Okay, if you're gonna do art and it's gonna be functional, the highest function you could have would be to be revolutionary.
Right there, keep it simple. Right there, keep it simple. Right there, the homie Ish told me keep it simple. Right there, keep it simple. Right there, keep it simple. Right there, the homie Dean told me keep it simple. Right there, we keep it simple.